Suspended Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton will soon face an impeachment trial that could lead to his permanent removal from office.
Paxton faces several allegations, including bribery and corruption. State senators will serve as the jury, among them Paxton's wife. State Senator Angela Paxton releasing a statement earlier this week saying it is her duty to take part. Quanell X and Charles Adams offered their take in Fox Faceoff.
Angela Paxton, the wife of Ken Paxton, the current attorney general, or at least the one who's been removed and impeached, has said to her constituents in an open letter, as well as to the rest of citizens of Texas, that she is not going to recuse herself in the hearing to determine if her husband is to be permanently removed or not, or reinstated. I think that's corrupt. I don't trust that process, and his wife should not be allowed to be a voting member in that process, in my humble opinion. But I would say to Ken Paxton, you might want to be the best husband you possibly can be that you've ever been. If she want breakfast in bed, bring it to her. If she want lunch and dinner in bed, bring it to her. If she want her toes rubbed at 1 a.m. in the morning, you might want to do it, buddy, because your wife now is sitting in judgment of your career and your political future. And so I would hope and pray he has no skeletons in this closet with her, because she might remember those skeletons when she's sitting in judgment of him. I still think it's corrupt, though, Charles.
It's absolutely corrupt, Quanell. She is one of 31 jurors to decide if the suspended top cop is going to be the former top cop, and she has claimed that the Texas Constitution compels her to fulfill her oath and serve her duty. What she completely ignores is that same Constitution requires her to recuse herself if there's a conflict of interest. For other people, like judges and prosecutors, there is a stated rule on consanguinity, right? If you are related by X number of degrees of consanguinity, you can't do it. We also have nepotism rules in the state of Texas. But her cloying dishonest, she's as dishonest as her husband, dishonest nonsense. Oh, my oath requires me to sit in judgment of my husband. But all of this is nonsense, Quanell. No one's going to be making a decision. We have all these high-powered lawyers. We have Tony Busby, a friend of mine, Rusty Hard, all these high-powered lawyers that are getting a lot of press time, but this is just politics. No one's going to change their vote based on a trial that's going to waste millions of dollars of Texas taxpayer money.
But
instead,
don't you agree?
It's theater. It's political theater.
But don't you agree that this is only adding fuel to the fire of a thought that is spreading in America that politics, period, is corrupt? It's been hijacked, and the people can no longer trust their elected officials because corruption is at an all-time high in both parties.
Oh, most certainly. With the Hunter Biden issue, we saw that it's absolutely corrupt, 2 tiers of justice. But with this, it's just nonsense. We have had,
and I've never seen a dope fiend get a deal like that.
This criminal is a top cop here in Texas, a state proud of their law enforcement history, this disgusting pig of a lawyer criminal, and now his disgustingly dishonest wife is refusing to recuse herself. It's absolutely disgusting.
But when you bring up Hunter Biden, I don't believe you or I have ever seen a crackhead get a beautiful deal from the federal government like that. All of the crackheads that illegally bought guns and possessed guns, thousands went to federal prison behind that. But yet this Biden crackhead son of his, he gets a slap on the wrist, a kiss on the cheek, and say, baby, go home.
This is absolutely nonsense, corrupt. Especially from a party that wants to strip us Texans of our Second Amendment rights.
You can watch much more of Face Off, streaming Friday nights at 6:30. Just go to fox26houston.com.